Hello and welcome to this session. We are doing Lessons from a Startup as a series of LinkedIn live chats. This is a Founder Institute Chennai chapter initiative, and I am Anu Hasan. Founder Institute, since 2009, the structured accelerator programs have helped over 6,000 entrepreneurs raise over $1.75 billion in funding. And the accelerator programs are very much in demand. Today, we have joining us today someone who has done this program and who has applied the learnings from the program into his business and running a technology company that is changing the way we see the world and changing the way we see. I'm talking about MirrAR Technologies. We have joining us today Prakash, the founder. Let's get him on. Hi, JP. Thank you very much for joining us.
Glad to be on this talk show. Thanks for having me over here.
Yeah, we're very happy that you could make the time. And, when we first heard of MirrAR Technologies, when I shared on social media about it, I said, virtual reality, metaverse, these are all things that we would love to learn more about. And obviously, this is the space that you are in. So tell us more about what MirrAR does.
So consider MirrAR as the digital mirror. So basically, this is the term that we coined. There is a logic behind why we named MirrAR as MirrAR. So I was as part of the Founder Institute program. So we have to name the company. That's one of the exercises that we have to undergo. And as well as as part of the program, we also should register a company. So initially, I was trying to find a name and then trying to apply. So the first name that I came up with is Go AR. So then the MCA rejected it, stating that it is sounding like Go Air. So Go Air Airlines.
Go ahead. Okay. I was thinking of Goa. Right.
So then I took again. It is again a challenging activity, right? So you have to undergo the whole sort of exercise again and come up with a name. So I say the exercise is something like this. Like you can use prefix, suffix, and things like that. They taught me in a way that how to name a company even. So
you were saying that even from naming the company started at the core program. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Right.
So then again, we took it as a challenge, and then we put a suffix as AR, and then I was changing the prefix, and something like me and my brother-in-law were working on a similar project, and he named it as Maya Kannadi. In Tamil, it is a magic mirror. So that was resonating me, and then yes, why don't we change this over to A, and we termed it as MirrAR.
So what does this magic mirror do?
Absolutely, so that's where why we exist logically, and basically the magic mirror you can imagine in the olden ages, right, where you have a mirror that will take you anywhere and do sort of anything that you want to do. So we are a technology company where we apply technology and bring it real right now. So what we are doing is you can using our MirrAR, you can virtually wear jewelry. You can try apparel, you can wear watch, ring, bracelet, you name it, and you can do all sort of things. And apart from that, mirror do reflect, right? So one is you see yourself, and the mirror also reflects the world. So in a way that what we have also done is we took this philosophy and we applied that to any product. Say, for example, you have a home appliance. Let's take an example of furniture. So this kind of furniture. So before buying this furniture, right, we will have so many thinking in our brain. How will it look in my space? Will it actually fit? So these kind of questions that we generally have. Using our MirrAR technology, we eliminate all these questions that you have in your brain. Why we have a technology right now, and why you should have everything on your brain. So leave it to us, and this technology will help you to place the product in your space in a real time, and you can change, you can interact. So say if you are buying a car, you can open the doors, you can open the boot, and then you can see and interact with the product right before you buy. Everything is digital. All you need is just a mobile phone, and that's all we are talking about.
It takes out the uncertainty from imagining the outcome of my purchase decision, isn't it?
Exactly.
Right, right. And is this your first entrepreneurial stint?
This is my second entrepreneurial stint.
So,
And
tell
again,
us about that journey.
yeah. So basically, like in the initial journey, the first idea I had was to create something like LinkedIn. Right now, we call it as Freshers Hub, and the company that I was running is Jiffy Solution, where the idea is to combine Arput and Naukri. So these two worlds were existing in a different space. So that's the idea we started, and it didn't go well because of recession and so many other things. There were so many other challenges that I had to face, and that is an actual real life experience, right? So it is not studying an MBA in a school that gives you everything. Yes, it does to major extent, but again, these sort of experience that you venture in and go out in the real world and actually you apply it, whatever you have learned, makes a huge difference. So there is a huge gap. You have to continuously learn, continuously improve. As an entrepreneur, there has to be 360-degree of experience that you must have. So you name the skill and you must have it. So technically, that's the thing that we're talking about. And I had a lot of negative experiences that is driving right now for me to run this journey in a beautiful way. And you could ask me why. Again, like the second startup, and like you already failed. Do you really fear to fail again? Yes, like failures are part of the journey. We must embrace it, and like you have to learn from it. What you learn is actually matters a lot. And again, like connecting this with Founder Institute, right? See, already I had experience and everything. Like then again, why should I join Founder Institute? That should be some basic question that somebody may ask. As a second-time entrepreneur, right? So we already have the experience of running, and failing is again a good thing. I don't see it as a bad thing. So the reason being, Founder Institute gives a base for anybody as a structured base. Like this is how you have to start a company, and this is how you have to run the company on a daily basis. So it gives a complete framework, and it also nurtures you in terms of having you inside the program. It helps you to connect. Till now, it has given a great connection and great leads, customer base, and whatnot. You tell anything that Chennai Founder Institute chapter is one of the best decisions that I have made in my life so far. And without that, like I wouldn't have created MirrAR as such. So putting it that way.
So that is very fascinating, because when someone says that I did the FI core program or I did something, and because of that, I would that is what helped me create what I have with me today. The automatic question is, so what were the biggest takeaways from it, and how do those takeaways and learnings reflect in the way you run your business? If you can give us some concrete examples, that will help us understand it.
Perfect. There are many takeaways. It's not single. So as I said, like in the initial, like how to name a company. That's one of the biggest takeaway. And the second thing is how to like even hire somebody. What are the skills that you require? And say like especially from pitching perspective, like how to get an investment. Say like we have raised our first round of funding, and Founder Institute helped us putting that particular base. How to prepare your pitch deck, what are the elements that should go in, and say like there are elimination in Founder Institute. It is not that you join the program and that's it, right? They teach you everything. No. So when we joined, there were 17 people, and we have to compete with each and every one, and only 3 people managed to graduate the program. So it is highly a challenging competitive program, but when you really graduate, that is where you see the light shining for you and welcoming into the whole industry, right? So the entire idea has been shaped within Founder Institute. That's primary thing. So I had so many ideas, and I've been part of lean startup and so many other things, but none of them helped me in terms of actually going and having the gut to again start the business. Founder Institute laid that particular foundation. So it removed the basic problems that anybody could have. It is a structured MBA program that you could think of, and you have to go out, talk to your customer, validate your idea, pitch in front of the investors, actual investors that we're talking, and there are beautiful mentors around for each of these segments of business that we talk, or the functions of business, including marketing, sales, technology, and human resource. So there are so many mentors that come and train in all these areas. So each of those sessions are always been a takeaway for me, and till date, like each exercise out of that, and then like we go back to the mentors, we talk to them, and how to complete that exercise. Like, so it is a company, but again, you are starting on your own with the help of somebody who is hand holding you, is something a beautiful stuff that could happen for anybody's life.
Right. So what you say talks about the program. So for someone to understand it better, I would rather talk about the person. I would rather talk about JP and say, what is the main difference JP saw before FI Core and what is the difference JP sees after FI Core? Let's take one vertical, for example, even if it is just hiring. So in hiring, what was your approach before? What is it now? Just to understand.
So initially, like the clarity of the requirements were not there. So we'll go out and seek for who are near and dears, right? So we'll go and talk to them and see like whether they will be a right fit or not. Actually, that is not the hiring way to do. So these are some mistakes I did in my past, right? And the best way is to find the right talent. So where is the right talent and how do we approach them? There are many ways to approach them. So there are many channels to approach them. So you should not rely only on one channel, that is your friends of friends or a colleague's friend, something of that kind of sort. So this has been actually taught in Founder Institute.
Right. Right. So coming back to MirrAR, if I was to try and understand what is MirrAR, then is it a platform? Is it something that an individual person can access, or is it something that an organization can access? How does it work?
So MirrAR is a platform. Basically, like we offer a platform for anybody to come in and create their augmented reality experiences. And you don't need any technology expertise to do all these aspects of all these aspects. So
because
we take away all those
technology and we have to only give the inputs.
Yes. All you need to do is you give us the inputs in the required format. Say basically all we require is a PNG file with a transparent background to experience the virtual try-on. And we also have a developer platform where any developer who are there building e-commerce solutions, any developer or any company that builds e-commerce solution can integrate MirrAR into their platform with few lines of code. So we have abstracted a whole lot of bigger technological areas, and we're giving a few lines of code, and all they have to do is just interface that into their platform that they're working on, be it WooCommerce, be it Shopify, Magento, or any sort of other platforms that are building.
That's brilliant, because if I am one small jewelry store owner in maybe a small town near Coimbatore and I have an online store, then I can, embed this code, that is the MirrAR code, onto my website, and then my customers will have state-of-the-art technology helping them see how my little jewelry is going to look on them because they are able to use this platform. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. And apart from that, like say like we wanted to be inclusive. The technology should be inclusive. It should not be only available for enterprises, right? So it has to be accessible by anybody. So one of our core mission statement is make this technology accessible to anybody. Like make extended reality accessible to everyone. So we are embarking on this particular philosophy, and what we are trying to do is helping any small businesses to adopt our technology. By that way, like not only online, the in-store experiences could be digitalized.
Right.
So basically, like what you can do is you can have an iPad or even a TV. All your customer have to do is come and show in front of the TV or in front of an iPad. That's it. So that's why we call it as a digital mirror.
Exactly. It's fascinating because the verticals are endless, right? It can be in garments, it can be in jewelry, it can be in interiors, it could
Yes.
be in
So
products.
it is limitless. Limitless.
Yes. So this is a very exciting space to be, and it's a highly competitive space, and I'm sure a lot of people want to be in this. Tell us, what are the reasons for me to join MirrAR?
So basically, like we are one of the innovative companies in Chennai, and so recently we have received an accolade from Silicon India Startup City magazine as one of the top 10 companies to work for Chennai, 2022.
Awesome.
So
what makes it the
this
top 10
itself,
companies work?
yeah. So basically, like the innovation that we bring in terms of the augmented reality and the metaverse that we are getting in. So that's going to be a bigger game changer. Augmented reality, already we are there, and we are elevating things into metaverse. So these are some of the technological areas like where we are working deeper. So when somebody really wants to look at a technology company, and that to a deep technology company that works on a real innovation and makes a bigger impact in the market, and we see a great potential in the coming years. Like metaverse has been spoken by everybody, and augmented reality is already there in the market, and we are going to make a bigger difference. And one of the reasons for you to join MirrAR.
Right. And I also have heard that you, unlike other startups, also take a lot of concern in your employees. I believe you offer health insurance as well. Is that right?
Absolutely. So like, absolutely. Yes, for a startup, like it's been a dream for me. Why don't we become an enterprise, right? So like, what is the difference between working for an MNC and working for a startup, right? So the basic difference that I see here is the sophistication that has been provided in the MNCs. So how can we bring the gap lesser with the limited resources as a startup that we have? So certainly we would love to have our employees taken care. So especially from a health benefits perspective, right? And for them and for their family, it's not just them. So we wanted to extend that to their families as well. So in a way that what we are trying to do is we are trying to inclusively have them and give them a better benefit. So again, these are some of the reasons like why Silicon India has chosen us as top 10 companies to work for in Chennai. So and apart from this, like so we have certain regular work policies, like so everybody is working remote. So like, we emphasize on remote working, and how do we take care of each and everybody, and how do we structure our day. And we have a learning plan for everybody across the company to continuously learn. So once you start learning, right, so you are going to reciprocate that in the world. So the first 30 minutes of your day goes into learning. So this is how we have been structuring things and inclusively growing everybody. And we want to see everybody in the organization to become leaders rather than we telling them what to do. So like we are building a unique culture where there is inclusive learning, inclusive health aspect of an individual, and then we are working on deeper technology that could transform the world. And so like so these are some of the things that we do.
Yeah, it sounds like, like the best of both worlds, because I get to work at cutting edge technology, really something that, like you say, is going to transform the world. At the same time, I have someone who's going to take care of me. That makes me very interested. What qualifications do I have to join MirrAR? I'll go quickly build those qualifications.
So basically, like we don't hire for your degree. So you can have your arrays or whatever. But again, so we look at your attitude, we look at how passionate you are about something that you really wanted to achieve in life. So these are primary two qualities that we measure in terms of how uh, we hire somebody. So primary two qualities. So other skills can be taught. So these are something attitude we cannot really teach
Yeah.
anybody, and we cannot really teach anybody to be passionate about something, right? So so if you're really passionate about technology and you have a right attitude to learn things at a faster pace, like we look at how quick you are and how quick you can learn things and outpace others. So that is where we can build the technology and put a foundational layer, and build on top of that whatever the things that we're building now.
Right.
So these are things that we would
Yeah.
like to have.
No, this,
Yeah.
this reflects something that my very first boss in 1993, I used to run a marketing company, and my boss used to be in Citibank, and he told me, you always hire for the attitude. Aptitude we can build. Attitude you cannot change. So
You cannot
that's,
really change it. Yes.
yeah, yeah. So what are the future plans for MirrAR? Where are you headed, and where would you like to be?
So, we are heading into metaverse, and we are building a studio. Basically, like we are building helping anybody to get into metaverse easily, and we embark on e-commerce as a primary initial initiative, and later on we will get into other market segments. So basically, like we are building tools that will help companies to get into metaverse. So basically, like we are working with few companies already right now, and they have adopted our solution, and it is also live, where our objective is to increase the dwell time, increase the way how people shop. So like change the way people shop logically, and it should not be the flat screens anymore. So, and how can we go deeper, and how can we change things? So so these are some of the things that we are working on, and as part of that, like we are also have our application built on Geo Glass. So Reliance Geo is coming up with a glass, and we are one of the first certified retail application that is there on Geo Glass right now. So it is in the experimentation stage, and we have been working along with them in building that experience. So like we're working on the other side of the technology and the hardware part of it, like whatever that it takes, and working with the partners. So we're building an ecosystem around this, and uh, taking our journey into a deeper technology. And coming days, like you will be using our technology, and do remember MirrAR is powering the whole technology behind it.
Yes, absolutely. We look forward to that. And if a business owner wants to get in touch with you, if some key stakeholder from larger organizations, or even an entrepreneur who runs another business wants to get in touch with you, how do we get in touch with you?
Yeah, so you can reach out to me over my email ID, jp at the rate mirrar.in, and my contact number is 9840604065.
Okay,
So
great.
feel free to reach out to me. So be say like if you are a budding entrepreneur, and you are trying to start something on your own, and you have some clarification on something about your startup, or you want to speak to me about Founder Institute and how my journey has been shaped so far, please feel free to reach out to me anytime.
Great. And one last line about why anyone should do the FI Core program.
So, to have clarity on what you do in one line. So,
Yeah.
clarity and focus makes a lot of difference. So, if you are clear on what you are actually going to do, then most of the problems are solved.
Half the
So,
battle is
have a
won.
clarity. Yeah. So, have a clarity on the particular idea that you are shaping. So, whether you could live with that idea for 3 years, live with that idea for 5 years, is that the only one thing that is going to wake you up. So that kind of a clarity that if you really want, join FI.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, JP. And it's a really exciting to talk to someone who's doing such wonderful, wonderful work. And like I told you earlier, I'm definitely going to, learn a bit more about augmented reality and then come and trouble you to learn a bit more of the basics. But for now, thank you very much for making the time.
Sure. Thanks a lot. So thank you everyone who are listening and looking at this. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, JP.
Thank you.
That was Prakash, who's the founder of MirrAR Technologies, and he was one of the FI Core Program graduates. If you would like to know more about Founder Institute or about the FI Core Program, you can check out the website www.fi.co, or you can contact Founder Institute on LinkedIn here. Thanks for watching. Bye.